The foundation of self-discipline, the decision that changes everything. Before we talk about building empires, mastering habits, or achieving goals, we must begin with a single decision that changes the trajectory of your life. The decision to take responsibility for yourself. Discipline is not punishment. It is not about suffering or denial. Discipline is the art of self-respect. Respecting others begins with self-respect. It's saying, I am worthy of the effort it takes to become my best self. Think of your life like a field. Every day you plant seeds through your choices, your time, your words, your energy. The harvest depends on what you choose to sow and how consistently you tend to it. That is what discipline is, daily cultivation. What is self-discipline? Self-discipline is the ability to do what you should do, even when you don't feel like it. It's the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without it, dreams remain dreams. With it, dreams become blueprints and blueprints become buildings. Every successful person you admire, athletes, business leaders, artists, and thinkers, built their success on a foundation of consistent self-discipline. We must all suffer one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The bamboo tree. There's a story from China about the Chinese bamboo tree. When you plant it, you water it daily. You care for it. You fertilize it. But for the first year, nothing happens. The second year, still nothing. The third and fourth, still no sign of growth. You might think the seed is dead, but in the fifth year, something astonishing happens. The tree shoots up 90 feet in just 6 weeks. Did the bamboo grow in 6 weeks? Number. It grew over 5 years, underground, developing a deep, invisible root system strong enough to support that explosive growth. That's self-discipline. Most of your growth is invisible at first, but when it finally shows, it looks like a miracle to everyone else, though you know it was built through years of consistent effort. Serena Williams. Serena Williams didn't become the world's top tennis player by accident. She practiced for hours every day, even on holidays. When other kids were sleeping, she was running drills. Her father used to wake her before dawn to train. She hated it sometimes, but she understood. Greatness is not convenient. If you wait to feel motivated before you act, you'll never be consistent. Discipline is doing it because it's the right thing, not because it feels good. Take a moment to reflect on this question. Where in my life am I waiting for motivation when what I really need is discipline? Write down 3 areas: health or fitness, career or studies, relationships or personal growth. Now ask yourself, what would happen in 6 months if I acted with discipline in these areas every day? That question alone can change your life. Discipline begins with responsibility, owning your actions and outcomes. It's about consistency, not perfection. Growth is invisible before it becomes visible. You don't need motivation. You need a decision. Understanding the enemy, the comfort zone. The biggest threat to discipline isn't laziness, it's comfort. We live in a world designed for comfort. Fast food, instant entertainment, one-click gratification. But comfort kills growth. It keeps us safe and small. Every time you avoid discomfort, you reinforce weakness. Every time you face discomfort, you strengthen your will. Think of muscles. They grow by resistance. The same is true for your mind and character. David Goggins, a former Navy SEAL and ultra-marathon runner, calls this the 40% rule. He says, when you think you're done, you're only at 40% of your true capacity. When you push through the first wall of pain, a new you is born, the disciplined version. He trained his mind to find comfort in discomfort. When his body screamed to stop, his mind whispered, "We're just getting started." The fisherman and the waves. A fisherman once told his son, "Calm seas never made a skilled sailor." The boy asked, "Then why do we pray for calm weather?" The father replied, "Because we forget that storms are what make us better." The same is true for life. Every obstacle is an opportunity to practice discipline. Every challenge is your gym. Every no is your next training ground. Ask yourself, what comforts are secretly weakening me? What small daily discomfort can I start embracing? Waking up earlier, exercising, fasting from distractions. Delaying gratification? Start with one, master it, then move to the next. Comfort is the enemy of discipline. Growth requires resistance. The disciplined thrive in discomfort. Mastering your mind, discipline begins in thought. Your greatest battlefield is not your schedule or your habits, it's your mind. Every action begins with a thought. Before you skip a workout, miss a task, or procrastinate, you've already lost the mental argument. Discipline means learning to rule your inner dialogue. If you don't control your thoughts, they will control you. The two wolves, a Cherokee elder once told his grandson, inside every person, there is a battle between two wolves. One is laziness, fear, doubt, and excuses. The other is discipline, courage, and commitment. The boy asked, "Which wolf wins?" The elder replied, "The one you feed." Every time you give attention to fear or excuses, that wolf grows stronger. Every time you feed courage and consistency, discipline becomes your nature. Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian, visualized every race thousands of times before stepping into the pool. He disciplined his mind to experience victory before it happened. So when the race began, his body simply executed what his mind had already rehearsed. That's mental discipline, mastering your inner movie before the world sees it. What thoughts steal your discipline most often? Fear, laziness, doubt, comparison? Write down one mental command to replace them. For example, instead of "I can't," say "I'm becoming stronger through this." Repeat it daily until it becomes your default. You win or lose in the mind first. Your inner dialogue shapes your outer discipline. Feed the wolf of strength daily, building habits that build you. Discipline as a system. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Discipline is easier when you create habits that automate it. If every morning you debate whether to wake up early, you'll lose. If waking early is simply what you do, the decision disappears. The bricklayer. A visitor once asked a bricklayer, "How did you build this cathedral?" The man smiled and said, "One brick at a time, every day, without missing." That's discipline, not building cathedrals in a day, but laying bricks daily. James Clear teaches the 1% rule. If you improve by 1% every day, you'll be 37 times better in 1 year. That's the power of compounding discipline. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Just commit to small, repeatable actions. Cue, trigger the habit, e.g. alarm clock rings. Routine, perform the habit, e.g. exercise, journal, pray. Reward, feel satisfaction or progress. Design your environment to make discipline easy. Put your workout clothes where you'll see them. Keep distractions out of reach. Prepare your workspace the night before. Ask, which small habit could I repeat daily that will multiply my discipline? What friction can I remove to make good choices automatic? Habits sustain discipline when motivation fades. Discipline is structure, not struggle. Small actions compound into greatness. Time discipline, mastering your hour. Time is the mirror of your discipline. How you spend your hours is how you spend your life. Most people don't lack time. They lack focus. Time is life's equal currency. The disciplined understand that saying yes to one thing means saying no to another. The mason jar and the rocks. A professor filled a jar with big rocks and asked students if it was full. They said yes. Then he poured pebbles, then sand, then water, and everything fit. He said, if you don't put the big rocks in first, you'll never fit them at all. Your big rocks are your priorities, your health, growth, faith, purpose. The undisciplined fill their lives with sand, distractions, gossip, noise, and wonder why nothing fits. Elon Musk divides his day into 5-minute blocks. He knows where every minute goes. That's not obsession, it's respect for time. When you value your time, life starts valuing you. Write your big rocks, the top 3 priorities that deserve your best hours. Audit your week. How many hours do they actually receive? Adjust accordingly. Schedule discipline. Don't hope for it. Discipline is revealed by your calendar. Protect your big rocks. Let go of sand. Time management is self-management. Emotional discipline. Mastering your reactions. Your emotions are servants, not masters. Discipline isn't only about habits. It's also about how you respond when emotions rise. Anyone can be focused when things go smoothly. The test comes when you feel anger, fear, or frustration. Emotional discipline means I choose my response. It's the pause between feeling and action, the samurai and the insult. A young samurai was insulted by a drunk man. Furious, he raised his sword. An older master stopped him and said, "If someone offers you a gift and you do not accept it, to whom does it belong?" "To the giver," replied the samurai. "Then refuse the gift of anger." That's discipline, refusing to let other people control your inner climate. Nelson Mandela, after 27 years in prison, Mandela emerged without bitterness. He said, "If I didn't leave my bitterness behind, I'd still be in prison." His freedom began inside him long before the gates opened. What emotions hijack your focus most easily? What healthy outlet or pause can you use when that emotion appears? Control your reactions. Don't let reactions control you. Silence and patience are often forms of discipline. Freedom begins in emotional self-control. Consistency, the invisible power. Don't break the chain. Discipline is consistency over intensity. A small effort daily beats a heroic effort rarely. Jerry Seinfeld's chain method. The comedian marked an X on his calendar. Each day he wrote jokes. His rule, never break the chain. That visual line of X's built momentum and a career. Fitness consistency. Most gym transformations don't come from new programs, but from showing up 3 times a week for a year. Consistency turns habits into identity. Where in your life have you broken the chain of progress? What one simple action could you recommit to daily? Momentum beats motivation. Regular beats remarkable. Discipline is built in repetition. Focus and attention. Discipline, protect your focus. Your attention is the fuel of your life. Every distraction is a leak in your discipline bucket. A student asked an archery master how to hit any target. The master said, "Look at it until you see nothing else." That's focus. Cal Newport's deep work, he found that people who protect hours of undistracted work produce exponentially higher results. Turn off notifications, schedule deep blocks, and watch your discipline multiply. What distractions steal your best hours? When can you schedule 90 minutes of deep, single-task work each day? Where attention goes, discipline flows. Focus is a muscle, train it. Distraction is the modern enemy of discipline. Accountability and environment. You rise to the standards around you. Discipline thrives in supportive environments. If everyone around you cuts corners, your standards sink. Surround yourself with excellence. 3 farmers planted the same crop. One weeded daily, one weekly, one never. When harvest came, the weeds told the story. Discipline is visible in outcomes. Accountability. Partner, athletes have coaches for a reason. Feedback keeps discipline alive. Find someone who checks your goals weekly. It's harder to quit when someone's watching. Who in your circle strengthens your discipline? Who drains it? What adjustments can you make this month? Environment beats willpower. Accountability turns goals into commitments. Choose people who normalize discipline. Dealing with failure and setbacks, falling forward. Even the disciplined stumble. The difference is that they don't stay down. Failure is not opposite to discipline. It's part of it. Athletes and loss. After a loss, champions review footage, identify errors, and return to practice the next day. Discipline means learning faster, not quitting slower. What recent failure can become your teacher? Write one lesson from it and one next step. Failure is feedback. Resilience is discipline in motion. Never let a setback become a stop. Discipline in relationships. The discipline of respect and boundaries. Discipline is not just what you do alone, it's how you treat others when emotions, egos, and expectations get involved. The disciplined person doesn't say whatever they feel. They speak what builds, heals, and clarifies. Boundaries are also a form of discipline. They tell others, "This is how I respect myself." 2 childhood friends went into business together. One was disciplined with honesty, the other bent the truth to win deals. Within years, one built trust and loyal customers. The other lost everything. Discipline in relationships isn't about control. It's about consistency and integrity. Michelle Obama and partnership discipline. Michelle Obama once said her marriage to Barack worked because they each chose each other daily, even when it wasn't easy. That's relational discipline, the commitment to show up when it's inconvenient. Where in your relationships do you need to apply boundaries or more patience? What words or reactions require more discipline from you? Discipline in relationships is emotional maturity in action. Integrity and consistency are the glue of trust. Financial discipline. Control the money. Control your future. Money is a mirror of discipline. You can't lead your life if you can't lead your wallet. Financial discipline is not about greed, it's about freedom. A farmer saved part of every harvest as seed for next season. His neighbor ate all his grain. When famine came, one had food and the other had regret. That's the law of financial discipline. Save before you spend. Warren Buffett's frugality, even as a billionaire, Buffett still lives in his modest home from the 1950s. He said, "Don't save what is left after spending, spend what is left after saving." That mindset separates the free from the enslaved. Track your spending for 1 month. Identify leaks, areas where impulsive spending sabotages your goals. Create automatic savings. Make discipline invisible but consistent. Financial discipline equals future options. Learn to delay gratification. Money grows under discipline but disappears under impulse. Discipline and purpose alignment. Discipline without purpose is drudgery. Many people quit not because they lack discipline, but because they lack meaning. When your actions align with purpose, discipline becomes joy. 3 stonecutters were asked what they were doing. The first said, cutting stones. The second said, earning a living. The third said, building a cathedral. All did the same work, but only one had a purpose. Purpose turns repetition into devotion. Viktor Frankl in the concentration camp, in Man's Search for Meaning, Frankl wrote that those who found a why could endure almost any how. He saw that inner purpose created outer resilience, the ultimate form of discipline. What is your cathedral? Which of your daily habits connects directly to it? If none do, what must you realign? Discipline without purpose burns out. Discipline with purpose ignites. When you know your why, your how becomes sustainable. Purpose is the soul of self-control. Self-care is a discipline. Rest is a strategy, not a weakness. True discipline includes recovery. If you run endlessly without rest, even the strongest engine burns out. Taking care of your mind and body is not indulgence, it's maintenance. A woodsman cut trees all day, but grew slower as his blade dulled. Another paused each hour to sharpen his axe. By sunset, the second man had twice the wood. Rest and reflection are how you sharpen your inner blade. Arianna Huffington. After collapsing from exhaustion, Huffington redefined success as including well-being. She wrote, "You cannot be disciplined if you're perpetually depleted. Sleep, nutrition, and silence are part of strength." What part of your routine restores you? Sleep, prayer, journaling, nature, silence? Schedule it like an appointment with your future self. Rest is part of discipline. A tired mind makes undisciplined decisions. Recovery multiplies your results. Leadership through discipline. You can't lead others until you lead yourself. Every great leader begins as their own student. If you cannot command your impulses, emotions, and time, you cannot command a team, family, or organization. Leadership is discipline made visible, the general and the candle. Napoleon once walked into a soldier's tent late at night. He found the soldier asleep with his candle still burning. Quietly, Napoleon trimmed the wick so it wouldn't burn out. When asked why, he said, "A leader's job is to care for the small things that keep discipline alive." That's leadership, being disciplined in details that build others' trust. Jocko Willink, the Navy SEAL commander, says, "Discipline equals freedom." His 4:30 a.m. workouts aren't about fitness. They're a declaration that he commands his day before chaos does. When others see that example, they follow. Who looks to you as a model of discipline? What behaviors of yours would you want them to copy? And which ones should change? Leadership begins with self-discipline. Example is more powerful than instruction. The disciplined leader inspires trust, not fear. Discipline under pressure, holding your ground when it hurts. Anyone can be disciplined when life is calm. The real test comes when everything falls apart, when pressure mounts, critics appear, and progress seems invisible. Discipline under pressure is the difference between those who finish and those who fold. The marathon in the rain. A marathon runner once faced a storm halfway through the race. Many dropped out. He kept running through the cold rain, shoes soaked, body aching. At the finish line, when asked why he didn't quit, he said, "Because I trained for this exact discomfort. I knew the storm would come someday." That's the essence of discipline under pressure. You don't rise to the occasion, you fall to the level of your preparation. Soldiers in training. In the military, training is designed to simulate chaos so that soldiers learn to stay calm under fire. Discipline becomes muscle memory. When pressure hits, they don't think. They act according to principle. How do you respond when life applies pressure? Do you panic or persist? What current challenge can you use as training for future resilience? Pressure reveals your preparation. Tough times don't build discipline. They expose it. Expect storms. Train for them before they arrive. Spiritual discipline, anchoring your soul. Every form of self-discipline eventually reaches a spiritual dimension. It's not only about willpower, it's about connecting your daily effort to something greater than yourself. Spiritual discipline is what keeps you grounded when success tempts you and humble when failure tests you. The potter and the clay. A potter shapes clay on a wheel. Each time the clay resists, he adds water and pressure. Slowly, the shapeless lump becomes a vessel of purpose. Without pressure, it would remain mud. Without moisture, it would crack. So it is with spiritual growth. Pressure and grace combine to form strength. Daily practices of centered people. Across faiths and philosophies, disciplined people share similar rituals: meditation or prayer, reflection on values, gratitude journals, service to others. These practices aren't superstition. They are spiritual workouts for the inner self. What daily practice connects you to purpose and peace? How can you turn your discipline into devotion? An offering rather than an obligation. Discipline is spiritual when it aligns you with a higher purpose. Inner peace sustains outer consistency. Faith, focus, and fortitude flow from the same source. Legacy of discipline: what will outlive you? Discipline is not only for personal gain, it's for generational impact. Your habits become your legacy. The disciplined create paths that others can walk after they're gone. The builder's last house. An old carpenter decided to retire. His employer asked him to build one last house. Tired and careless, he used cheap materials and weak foundations. When it was finished, the employer handed him the keys and said, "This is your house, my gift to you." The carpenter wept, realizing he had built his own home carelessly. Your daily discipline is the house you will one day live in. Generational influence. Think of parents who model integrity, coaches who demand excellence, or mentors who hold you accountable. Their disciplined example becomes part of your DNA. The legacy of discipline spreads quietly, but it lasts for centuries. What kind of example are you building right now? If someone followed your routine for 1 year, who would they become? Discipline builds inheritance, not just income. Legacy is built from invisible daily consistency. Your habits will speak louder than your words ever will. Teaching. Discipline to others, multiplying what you've mastered. The final stage of discipline is teaching it. True mastery means you can reproduce it in others. Parents, teachers, leaders. Your greatest gift isn't information, but example and guidance. The mentor and the apprentice. A blacksmith trained his apprentice by giving him a single rule: hold the hammer steady and your arm will learn the rhythm. Weeks later, the apprentice realized the hammer was shaping him as much as the iron. Teaching discipline is the same. You model the rhythm until others internalize it. Coaching in athletics, legendary coach John Wooden didn't start practice with plays or drills. He began by teaching players how to tie their shoes properly. Why? Because discipline in small details leads to excellence in big ones. Who around you could benefit from your discipline? How can you teach through modeling rather than lecturing? Discipline multiplies when it's shared. Example is the most powerful teaching tool. You strengthen your own discipline by helping others grow theirs. Reflection and renewal. The discipline of a lifetime. The journey never ends. You've now listened through moments of principles, stories, and challenges. But discipline is not a destination. It's a lifelong companion. It begins every morning when your feet hit the floor. Discipline is the whisper that says, "Get up, keep going. You're not done yet." The torchbearer in ancient Greece, runners carried torches in a relay. The goal wasn't speed, it was to finish with the flame still burning. That's your life. Keep the flame of discipline alive, no matter how long the race. The daily reset, every disciplined person, no matter how advanced, still stumbles. The secret is to reset, not retreat. One missed day doesn't end the journey. It's just an invitation to recommit. What single lesson from these changed your perspective the most? What daily ritual will you now guard as sacred? Who will you become if you live this discipline every day for the next 10 years? Pause. Picture that version of yourself. That's not someone you're trying to become. That's who you already are, waiting to be revealed through consistent discipline. Discipline is the art of keeping your promise to yourself. Every act of self-control is an act of self-respect. The disciplined life is not about perfection, it's about persistence. Your future is hidden in your daily choices. The journey of discipline never ends, but it always rewards. You will never always be motivated, so you must learn to be disciplined. The disciplined person doesn't need permission to begin, doesn't wait for the right feeling, and doesn't stop because it's hard. They simply keep showing up, rain or shine, until success becomes a habit and excellence becomes natural. So take a deep breath, stand tall, and say to yourself, "I will master me. And through that mastery, I will master my world."